Okay, I don't have very long, and I'm still planning on going pretty long in between videos for a while, probably, because I don't have a way to move yet. Still praying about that. But one of the issues I've been facing is needing to buy some supplements, and I can't even fit them in the budget right now. I've probably mentioned that before. And the point of the supplement that I need the most, and that I really am kind of roadblocked by right now not getting it, is it's going to up my omega-3s. And part of my thinking and why I went ahead and started the well call medication, even though I didn't have the supplement yet, which is technically a no-no on this protocol, is that I've been on a high-fat carnivore diet for 3 years, and I've actually been high-fat for a whole lot longer than that. And I thought I already get tons and tons of good animal fats, and probably pretty good in terms of huge amounts of omega-3s and a good ratio there. It worked out okay. I'm able to take up to 2 a day without any negative side effects. I'm going to need more omega-3s in order to take more. So that's been a little bit of a sticking point for the last couple weeks. And so what's happened is I was thinking about this thing that I did not want to do. There's so many things I'm willing to do, and I've been so hardcore about diet over the years. And just do what you need to do regardless. Eat the way you got to eat. You got to get healthier. But there is one on the internet with the carnivore diet that I didn't feel bad towards the people who did it at all, but I just didn't want to do it myself. And I had even tried it a little bit early on, thinking, okay, fine, maybe it's not that bad. I'll try it. They're trying it. I'll try it. And I didn't like it. It really bugged me trying to do it. So I didn't do it just from, I don't know if you want to call that personal preference or whatever. I started to say aesthetics. It's obviously not aesthetics, but it's the way the wrong words come out in my glitchy brain right now from all of this brain fog and whatnot going on where I have cognitive problems. But anyway, let's call it personal preference. That does work. And that's eating a stick of butter a day. There are carnivores who have done it, and I have not. Although I had tried eating straight butter a few times, and I really, really did not enjoy it. I find it hard to do. But these last few days, I thought, well, I'm desperate. I haven't got any other changes happening yet. I do have butter in the house. In fact, I have grass-fed butter in the house, and I don't use it very much. So there was a day, I actually ate 2 sticks of butter that day. It was so hard to do. And I did think all these years of high fat, I'm fully fat adapted probably. No, I'm not fully fat adapted. I knew that over the last 3 years with carnivore. It kind of showed me at one point that I was not, but now this showed me again. Still not. But I did it anyway. I had eaten, I guess, 1 stick of butter, approximately, a little more than that in the morning. And then for about 2 hours, I felt pretty gross. I didn't have diarrhea, and I did not throw up, but I did not feel good. The next day, my skin looked significantly better than the day before, and the skin thing was really crazy bad lately. I don't know if I made any videos well it looked as bad as it did in recent weeks, but the last week or two before that, oh my goodness, it was just picking and bleeding spots and giant red blotches of it's been so bad. And I don't know how well it's showing up on here, sometimes how bad it has looked in some of my videos, and I don't know how well it's showing up on here that it looks a little better today. But I went ahead and I ate more butter the next day, and there was a couple of the times when I would eat a certain amount and I would feel gross for a little while. So the first day was literally I ate basically 2 sticks of butter by the end of the day. The second day, which I think was yesterday, I started out the morning with a whole different kind of high-fat breakfast, upping the fat with some ground beef I cooked. I don't usually cook my ground beef, to be honest. That was one of the things I'm sure a lot of people don't like the idea of if they've seen those few carnivores doing it, but I do eat a lot of raw ground beef because it's one way I can get more omega-3s into me, and the best way I can is not cook the fat out of the grass-fed ground beef that I can get locally. So I eat a lot of raw ground beef, which is not great, but I am used to it, and it's fine. Like I said, I usually am pretty hardcore. Just do what you've got to do. If you could get some healing, go get that healing. It's certainly not any worse than people go to chemotherapy to get themselves a few extra years before the chemotherapy kills them from how much it's damaged them. So I've been eating the raw ground beef. Anyway, I cooked some ground beef, and I kept the fat in it, which is kind of hard until you've done this for a long time. You can get more fat adapted to where you can have that liquided fat out of ground beef. And I added a little bit of fat and broth like stuff out of some baked chicken that my daughter had made, and I added 4 egg yolks, not from good quality eggs, just from cheapy eggs. And I added some sour cream. I'm just stirring it up just to have this big saucy, fatty thing, which, by the way, I actually like for things to be pretty saucy. This one was more extreme and not what I would have done for how I like it, but I do like it to have a lot of sauce across something, and I have a weird problem with my throat kind of closes up sometimes, so weirdly, anything that's super fatty or super saucy goes down better, and the throat seizing up and not letting me swallow for a few hours with something stuck in the throat happens more when things are not with extra fat or not with some sauce on them. So anyway, so people are like, I want this little tiny bit of mayonnaise in my chicken salad, and it's good when it's just enough to barely be there. I'm like, no, my throat wouldn't let me swallow that anyway. So in the past, when I used to make chicken salad years ago, it had more of the mayonnaise and stuff on it. But anyway, so I ate that fatty breakfast in the morning. I did not feel gross from it. Sometime later in the day, I ate about a stick of butter, and I did feel gross from it. And then this morning, I've eaten some butter. Not much. I haven't had too much fat yet today. I think I've had a third of a stick of butter so far today, but I'm going to try to get up to a full stick or even 2 full sticks of butter today. We'll see how it goes. I hope that y'all can see it a little bit, but even if not, I'm just telling you, it's a huge improvement in my skin over the last 3 days. And if I can get adapted to where I can do this and hopefully not feel gross from doing it, then I'm gonna do it. I'll do whatever it takes to feel healthier. Even if it seems gross, even if I'm finding it unpleasant, I can go through that. I'd rather go through that than go through chemotherapy, which is something I decided when my mom passed away. I'm never going to go through traditional cancer treatment no matter what. I'm glad I had those extra 2 years with her, but I'm certainly not ever going to go through that. Anyway, we all have our different thresholds of what we can handle, and I can handle eat hardcore. So I have gained some weight over these last few days, as to be expected, but that's what I hear has happened with carnivores who do get a good result weight-wise in the long run, is that they gain weight when they go up in whatever it was they needed. Maybe this is it, that I needed that much more fat, like I hear a lot of people who need to heal do, and I hear a lot of women need it, and I thought I was already so high fat I wasn't too worried about that, thinking that was what I was missing. But I'm going to keep trying that. We'll see.